Ever feel like the world of e-commerce is stuck on fast forward?
It's like someone hit the accelerator and forgot where the brake pedal is.
Today we're breaking down TikTok Shop, the platform where brands aren't just chasing trends, they're launching entire product lines in, like the blink of an eye.
What's wild is we're talking big name brands, even the ones used to, the more traditional online selling timelines.
Right, the slow and steady wins the race approach.
Yeah, exactly. But even those brands are turning to TikTok Shop to launch brand new products, sometimes even whole new brands at like warp speed.
And when we say warp speed, we mean a whole different ballgame. Imagine this. Client calls, brand new product, aiming for a Black Friday launch.
Okay, sounds pretty standard so far.
Here's the kicker. They have 2 months.
2 months.
2 months to go from concept to launch.
That's insane. Is that even possible?
Well, that's the thing about TikTok Shop. By harnessing its speed and pairing it with the flexibility of a platform like Shopify, those crazy tight deadlines, they become doable.
So we're trading in the big cargo ship for a nimble speedboat.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but, this isn't some magic shortcut where you post a video and wake up a millionaire. Our expert, Paul Barron, he's all about real-world strategies. He really emphasizes that TikTok Shop's success, it takes hustle, meticulous planning, and a deep, deep understanding of how this platform works.
So no magic lamps here. Just good old-fashioned hard work and strategy.
Hard work and strategy, but let's break that down a bit. How does this play out compared to, say, launching on Amazon?
Think of it like this. Amazon is a well-oiled machine,
Mhm.
right? But that also means stricter deadlines. Like, you miss an inventory cutoff, your whole launch can get derailed.
Yeah.
TikTok Shop, especially with Shopify, they offer more agility, which is crucial for those lightning-fast product launches.
So even for seasoned sellers, this kind of speed, this flexibility, it could be a game changer.
Absolutely.
But let's get down to brass tacks. What makes someone a good fit for TikTok Shop in the first place? Does Paul have like a specific ideal client profile?
He does. He calls it his yes-if framework.
Yeah.
It outlines those key factors that determine if TikTok Shop is the right move for a brand at that particular moment.
Okay, I like it. So what's the first if?
First if is location, location, location.
Of course.
He primarily works with U.S.-based businesses.
Makes sense. Shorter shipping times, probably fewer logistical headaches overall.
You got it. While it's not impossible to launch from outside the U.S., it definitely adds complexity to an already fast-paced process.
So that's location. What's the next if?
The next one is all about mindset. Paul looks for businesses that are ready to roll up their sleeves and hustle. TikTok Shop is not some passive income dream.
Definitely not.
It demands dedication, constant engagement.
So you got to be ready to move at the speed of TikTok. No snoozing allowed.
Exactly. Which leads us to his final if, inventory. You need to have product on hand ready to meet that demand, especially if you hit that viral moment.
Now, this whole speed and agility thing, it brings to mind that client we mentioned, the one with the 2-month deadline. What was their product again?
They were launching a food product, a 9-ounce serving, priced at $1,500.
Wait, $1,500 for 9 ounces. Okay, now I really need to hear more about this hustle and strategy because that is a high-ticket launch.
It is, and that's what's so exciting about Paul's approach. He doesn't shy away from challenges.
He leans in.
He leans right in, finds creative solutions, helps his clients navigate these seemingly impossible scenarios.
That's the kind of expert you want in your corner. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back down to earth for a second. TikTok Shop, while powerful, isn't some magical solution. It takes work, requires a strategic approach.
Absolutely. Like any worthwhile endeavor, you need the right tools, the right mindset to achieve real, lasting success. And that's exactly what we're going to uncover as we go deeper into this deep dive.
All right, so we've established TikTok Shop is not for the passive observer, definitely a fast-paced competitive landscape, but clearly some serious success stories out there. What's Paul's, secret weapon? How do you cut through all that noise and actually go viral?
One of his key strategies is what he calls content saturation.
Content saturation.
Now, before you picture someone chained to their phone posting every 5 seconds, let me clarify.
Yeah, because that just sounds like spam, not strategy.
Exactly. Content saturation, in Paul's world, is about strategic, high-quality content, kind of flooding the zone strategically. It's about dominating the algorithm, not just drowning in it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So it's like throwing a party, right? You don't just want 2 people awkwardly standing by the snack table. You want a full-on, can't-miss-it event.
Perfect analogy. And just like a good party needs a mix of things to keep it interesting, music, conversation, maybe a limbo contest, Content saturation requires a diverse approach.
So no posting the same product demo on repeat.
Definitely not. Think behind-the-scenes peaks, user-generated content, maybe a creative spin on a trending challenge, all meticulously planned to keep your audience engaged and coming back for more.
So being a part of the conversation, not just interrupting it with a sales pitch, but that honestly sounds like a lot of work.
It is. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Content saturation requires consistent output, meaning planning, creating, scheduling, a constant stream of engaging content.
But the payoff can be huge if you get it right.
Huge. Definitely worth the effort.
Okay, so we're talking quality over quantity, but also kind of a lot of quality.
You got it. Each video, each post has to be engaging, visually appealing, and optimized for TikTok's algorithm.
And this is where it gets really interesting because I feel like there's this misconception that TikTok is all about, catchy dances and funny voiceovers.
When in reality, it's a search engine first, entertainment second.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a crucial distinction that a lot of brands miss.
Okay, that's a light bulb moment. So instead of chasing trends, I need to think like I'm, optimizing for Google?
Exactly. Figure out what your audience is searching for and create content that speaks directly to those needs. It's all about relevant keywords, just like traditional SEO.
And this is probably where a lot of those trending hashtags fall apart, right?
I got it. Paul actually advises against blindly following trending hashtags. Using irrelevant hashtags just confuses the algorithm.
Wait, really? I see so many brands doing that.
It might seem counterintuitive, but it all comes back to relevance. TikTok's algorithm wants to deliver the right content to the right people.
Right.
Imagine you're selling, say, handcrafted jewelry, throwing in some random trending hashtag about, I don't know, the latest video game.
Yeah.
That's not going to help your content reach the right audience.
It's like trying to sell a 5-course meal at a hot dog eating contest. You're in the wrong place.
Exactly. Targeted messaging is key. So instead of that irrelevant gaming hashtag, you'd want to use specific terms related to jewelry making, ethical sourcing, whatever makes your brand unique.
Okay, so we're speaking the algorithm's language. We're creating top-notch content. How do we actually get people to stop scrolling and, pay attention?
That's where the art of the scroll-stopping hook comes in. You have like seconds, maybe less, to grab their attention.
Right.
And Paul has a technique for that, the soft call to action.
Okay, break that down for me. How's that different from a regular call to action?
A soft call to action piques curiosity without being overly salesy. Think of it like this. You're scrolling through your feed and you hear, I found this on TikTok Shop the other day and I can't believe it was still in stock and it was so cheap.
Okay, my interest is officially piqued. I need to know more. See, that's powerful. It doesn't feel pushy, but it makes me want to click and find out more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of a well-crafted, soft call to action. It taps into our natural curiosity, that desire for discovery. In that example, it cleverly mentions TikTok Shop, hints at scarcity, and throws in the affordability factor all without directly shouting, buy now.
It's like psychology and marketing had a baby, and that baby is a viral TikTok video.
You could say that. And this approach, it can take many forms. It's all about really understanding your target audience, their pain points, their desires, what makes them tick, and then tailoring those crucial opening seconds to resonate.
So you've hooked them with your killer soft call to action. Now what? How do you keep that momentum going and, guide them toward actually making a purchase?
That's where those strong, clear calls to action come in. And it's something Paul stresses repeatedly. Don't be afraid to be direct. You've crafted amazing content. You've grabbed their attention. Now tell them exactly what to do next.
I feel like so many creators will put all this effort into the content itself and then just kind of fizzle out at the finish line.
Yeah, it's like leading a thirsty horse to water and then forgetting the bucket. You need to tell those viewers, click the link in my bio, shop now for a limited time discount, whatever action you want them to take. Don't leave them hanging.
Because a view without a purchase is like, it's like a really great song that nobody ever hears. It's such a shame. Speaking of getting your content seen, let's talk about influencer marketing for a sec.
Okay, yeah.
It's everywhere these days, but it feels like there's a right way and then a very, very inauthentic feeling wrong way to go about it.
You hit the nail on the head. Everyone's jumping on that influencer bandwagon, but Paul's approach is different. He's not interested in chasing clout or vanity metrics. He's looking for authenticity.
So no more generic scripts sent out to dozens of creators with the hope that someone bites.
No way. Paul encourages his clients to seek out creators who genuinely connect with their brand, their products. He looks for creators who are excited about the product, who are willing to actually use it, experience it, and share their honest opinions.
It makes a world of difference. People can spot a disingenuous endorsement from a mile away. When a creator genuinely loves a product, that passion, it shines through. And that's what builds trust and drives that real engagement.
100%. And that authenticity, it often translates into long-term collaborations, partnerships that extend far beyond a single sponsored post. It's about building real relationships, not just, transactional exchanges.
Now, there's one more strategy Paul mentioned that really caught my attention, and it's going live. It's something I've always been kind of terrified of, but he made a really compelling case for it.
I get it. It's understandable to be hesitant about live streaming. But according to Paul, it's like sending a VIP invitation to the TikTok algorithm.
Oh, interesting.
Going live shows, you're all in, you're fully invested in the platform. You're not just dipping your toes in the water.
And the algorithm rewards that commitment.
Big time. It's about that real-time engagement, showing up consistently, building that genuine connection with your audience. Paul shared a story about how his views just skyrocketed after he committed to doing like a long live session. Woke up the next morning to thousands of new views.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the power of showing up authentically and engaging on their terms.
It's almost like the algorithm is saying, oh, you're serious. Okay, we can work with that.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just sales, too. Live streaming is a chance to connect with your audience on a deeper level, to answer their questions in real time, to get personal, to build those relationships that turn into long-term brand loyalty.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of TikTok Shop. From cracking the algorithm code to crafting those scroll-stopping hooks and building genuine connections, I feel like we were given the VIP tour.
It's definitely a lot to process, but remember, Paul's strategies are a roadmap, not like a rigid set of rules. The most successful TikTok sellers are the ones who bring their own unique creativity, knowledge, and understanding of their audience to the table.
So as you're embarking on your own TikTok journey, ask yourself, what unique perspective, experience, or passion can you share with the world?
Because that's what will truly set you apart in this crazy, dynamic, always evolving landscape.
That's a wrap on this episode of Deep Dive. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive into a topic that's shaping the future. Until then, happy selling.